Hi, Alice here. We had a great presentation at the Madison Garden Club in Madison County. Kimberly presented 21 top pick, low maintenance indoor plants. I know you'll catch her enthusiasm for these beautiful houseplants. We had some lighting issues, so I drove to Noble's Greenhouse in Live Oak, Florida, and took pictures of these beautiful plants inside their greenhouse. We had some sound issues during this live presentation. I've added text information and plant cards for clarity.
Is we have a lot of young gardeners coming in, and inside and outside, but they want funky things. So now they've made a funky ZZ plant. It's called the Black Raven. It is patented, so it is expensive until the patent falls off. A ZZ plant. Z, like ZZ Top. So these guys here are the standard aglaonema. When I retired 7 years ago, I thought, oh, I'm going to get into houseplants. And I'm a hoverer. They despise water. So I probably killed 12, no joke, before I discovered that I just had to pretend like I did not own any. They have also been hybridized into many funky colors now, and they all have the same care. Just pretend they don't exist. They all are really beautiful, actually. Then our other section of low ones are hoyas. So not a lot of people apparently are familiar with hoyas, because I have had them for years. But this is a Hindu rope hoya, and I'm going to set this microphone down, but I want to show you why they require so little water. They have very, very fine roots. So when you overwater a lot of these plants with fine roots, it dampens off all the roots and it will kill them. So too much water in good soil like this is the #1 cause of death. We call it overloving. So all of these hoyas are also low water. They put on a really pretty bloom, but most people don't ever get the bloom because of the light that they have them in, because they'll do low light and bright light. Their flower is beautiful. It comes on like a little jewelry box and then it opens up into a star. It is very beautiful. Does anybody know what this one is? We call it the snake plant. This is a snake plant, and this has actually been listed on all of the national registries for improving quality in small homes. So for your air quality. And they have made them funky. Next up we have our calatheas, or our prayer plants. Is anybody familiar with these ones? So they're called a prayer plant because in the evening they either fold up or they come down, depending on their type. But they are also low maintenance. These ones like to be watered thoroughly and then let to dry completely out. They don't really have so like where these are maybe once a week, these might be every 10 days to 2 weeks. That just depends on how much your heater is running or how much your air conditioner is running or anything like that. This is the new young kids plant. We probably have 30 varieties of this type of plant because people are really starting to collect them. They'll come in and they'll pick it up and they'll say, oh, I don't have this one. I will buy this. I don't have it. This is a variety of angel wing. This is my new favorite. It is called pink spot, and in pink spot they have 2 different types. This one is more of a long-legged one, so it'll get tall, and you can train it onto a little trellis in your pot. It likes to be dry, as begonias do, but this one is my favorite of the pink spots. It is beautiful. It arches out, so it could fill a hanging basket in your home, or all of these could be on the porch. I'll do summers out on the porch. I don't have a single one here that couldn't live on a covered porch. Here's another variety of begonia. Anybody have a Rex? Does anybody have any plants in their house? That's why I brought him. All of these are low maintenance. That was my deliberate reasoning, because I had noticed that when I go in people's homes, as a retired landscape designer, I look at everybody's yards, and now I look at their house plants. Everybody just has pothos or the binding plants or ivy. So I wanted to make sure that I brought things that would have the same care and give you more of a variety so you know what you can grow in your house now. And if you start them small, they have the ability to get big, and then you can move them out. All of these in this row here are new patented varieties of philodendron that have all come out since COVID. We have plenty of philodendrons to choose from. And this one is named Painted Lady. It could do bright or low light. All of the ones that I brought will do both, and if you put them in low light, they grow slower, which is good if you have a small space. This one won't really trail. This will be nice and full. It'll be more of a bush. If you want to give it a liquid fertilizer, they don't really respond well to time release, so you want to do just a liquid house plant. I don't use a specific one at my own house. Now, whatever don't fail, I can give them free maybe about every 2 months. I save an old milk jug and I pre-mix it, and then I just water with it. And I mark it because someone might drink it.
The one you said that had a real pretty bloom, how come most people don't see?
Because they don't feed it. All of these need feed. This one requires a little less, the begonias, but they look like a granular also. In the angel wing, sometimes when you pay for the better foliage and the patenting, once they start to fool with it a little bit, you lose something to gain something. So if you put just a pot of dirt next to it and you just let that sit in it, it'll root. That's a root. And so you would let it root until it was thorough, and then you just cut it off and you'd have 2 plants.
Could you tell us what you mean when you say low maintenance, low water?
Some house plants or plants in general, they require constant care, regular watering, sometimes 2 and 3 times a week, regular feedings.
How frequently would you water?
Probably about every 3 weeks.
And fertilize?
About every 2 months maybe.
What about some of the other beautiful plants that you have here?
Well, the philodendrons and the monsteras are really popular right now. This is actually not either one. This is a dragon tail.
Do all of these require the same light and water, or are they varied?
They're all varying.
So which are the real low maintenance ones?
The real low maintenance ones were the aglanemas, the ZZ plant, the snake plant.
And these, you said this one was button fern. And is this a more high maintenance plant? If you
need water about once a week.
You water once a week and fertilize?
I fertilize my own houseplants about once a month for the real light dose.
You're using a liquid fertilizer like a Miracle Grow or Jack's? Okay.
That's the one I prefer using too.
How fast does this grow?
This one will probably double in size in the next 3 months.
And then how do you divide it if you want to?
I would not divide it. I just would pot it up. I know that because of Boston's and things, people like to divide, and you probably could, but I have no intention to divide it, and I have never divided them. I've just let them get large because they're so beautiful. And the way they gracefully drape over, I just think it's beautiful.
If I have a low light area, would that grow well in the house?
That's why mine is staying so small, because mine is in a lower light area.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am. See all the little fiddles in it? The new growth that's coming on?
Yes.
It would have more of that in a brighter light.
And then at what point would you repot it?
I would repot it whenever it starts to feel pot bound. When you press on the pot and you don't have any give, well, this has plenty of give. So I'm a long way from having to repot it.
You would take it one size larger pot?
I would probably go up more than one size, but probably just 2 sizes larger, just to prevent having to do it later.
What kind of soil would I use if I wanted to?
I use a compost. It's a potting soil called Daddy Pete's, and so it's got some barks in it as well as a slight little bit of perlite, and that's all that I use. They've got a different color.
I like that. Or anything with any different colors. Because I kind of water green. I got the Swiss how big will it get?
It'll get pretty big, but if you keep it in that pot for a while, see, so you'll know it's time to repot it when you squeeze it, you can't squeeze it. It'll be real hard, and you'll know it's time to repot it.
Hope you enjoyed the show and you saw something that you might like to add to your indoor garden. I'd love to hear from you about any of your experience with these houseplants. Please comment below. Here's some videos you may enjoy watching. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe at Garden Yay. See you again soon.